Do you know that Malia Obama took a gap year before she went to Harvard in 2017? Today, an estimated 20 to 50% of students enter college as undecided, and an estimated 75% of students changed their major at least once before graduation. A lot of kids these days rush into the college experience not knowing what they want to do or study. This is a waste of time and money, and kids can even do bad in school because they're doing something that they don't like. You can also end up being thousands of dollars in debt for a degree or career you hate. Sounds fun, doesn't it? So the question is, what would you rather do? Jump into college not knowing what you're doing and wasting time and money, or spend a year refreshing yourself, growing personally, figuring out what you love, saving money, or traveling to new places? Here are some reasons why it's beneficial to take a gap year. Since Malia Obama decided she was going to take a gap year between high school and her college year, students and their parents have been rethinking the idea of taking a year off school. In the United Kingdom, it is actually more popular to take a gap year before college than it is to jump right in. Today, a lot of universities in the United States encourage gap years and for students to take a year off trying to figure out themselves, learning new things, and to study abroad. Here are a few reasons why it's a good idea. During that gap year, you can find a better sense of who you are as a person and what is important to you. Instead of following a path set by parents or teachers, explore your passions or interests without any pressure from outside sources. Instead of focusing on homework, quizzes, and exams, focus on yourself and becoming more independent rather than sitting in a dorm room. You may think that taking a gap year could decrease motivation and put you behind in the world, but students taking a gap year were reported to have higher academic motivation and engagement, and even a higher GPA. We have been learning and attending school for our whole lives, and it is good to take a gap year to refresh and recharge. Now, this does not mean sleeping in, playing video games, and watching TV every day. Taking that gap year helps avoid academic burnout because of all the pressures to choose a career and perform well. It helps prepare for your education ahead. Maybe you're worried about the cost of education and how you're going to pay for it. A gap year may be a good time to get a job and save money. This is a great opportunity to gain experience for future jobs, all while saving money at the same time. It's also a good time to discover what you love and finding a career that uses your strengths and is important, because you'll be spending the rest of your life with that career. Use that gap year to find your skills, passions, and talents, and then build your education and career around that. This will be easier in the future. Even if you don't find a lifelong job that you love during that year, working at a fast food restaurant or in a grocery store can also be useful for saving money for the future. Like I said, it is important to use that year to find skills, passions, and talents. Figure out what you love to do before jumping in and studying something that doesn't interest you. Choosing which university to go to and what to study can be a huge decision for students. It can also cost a lot of money, especially if you don't know what you want to do. I've switched my major 3 times since I started college 2 years ago, and I know someone who totally switched majors from nursing to photography, even switching colleges. Imagine all of that money and time wasted, all because they were uncertain. Studies also show that students were more satisfied with a career later on in life if they took a gap year, because they discovered what they love to do. 60% of students also said that the gap year helped them decide what subject to study and what university to go to, therefore saving money and time. You can also use this time to discover a new passion. Maybe you want to start your own business or write a novel. School takes up a lot of time, and if you take a gap year, it gives you free time to discover what you love. So do things that make you feel uncomfortable and make yourself step out of the box. This year is meant for new things. So maybe you don't want to spend your entire year trapped in your home state. A lot of gap year students decided to spend their year studying abroad. This is a great way to learn outside of the classroom, and you will never be this young with no bills to pay or very few responsibilities, so take advantage of it. Studying abroad can also be a great thing to put on college applications or resumes. This makes you more employable as a person, and because you learn outside of the classroom. It also sets you apart from other kids who went straight to college. You're being different and taking a different path. This takes a lot of confidence, and a lot of colleges and employers look for that. It can also be a great opportunity to make new friends and work on your personal growth. It helps you come out of your shell and gain confidence in yourself because you're experiencing the world in a different way. If you're worried about the cost of taking a gap year and studying abroad, listen to this. People spend an average of just $3,820 to take a gap year, while students can spend an average of $24,000 for just 1 year of college tuition. So you're actually saving money by taking a gap year, all while experiencing and learning about the world. During this year, you can also give back. You can spend time volunteering in your community or volunteering abroad. This is your chance to make a difference in the world and give you a new perspective on life. Yet again, working on your personal growth throughout the year. If you're almost complete with your college degree, or maybe thinking it's too late to take a gap year, know that a gap year does not have to be between your first year of college and high school. It is valuable to take time off no matter how old you are or how far into college career you are. You may also think that taking a gap year can cause you to lose interest in school, but actually 90% of kids who took a gap year returned to college within the year. So the next question is, you decided you're going to take a gap year, but where do you start? There are plenty of websites to help plan your gap year and help you find programs that will match your interests. This includes gapyear.com and goabroad.com. There are so many different programs that you can join to help you grow during that gap year. It will help match your interests from everything from studying wildlife in a different country to learning to speak a new language, learning a new culture, or helping underprivileged kids in a country across the world. The possibilities are endless, and there's definitely a program for everyone. So my last question is, what will you do during these 365 days?